When you feel like giving up, when life feels heavy and unfair, when every door you knock on seems to close in your face, that's the moment when your character is being tested. That's the moment when life is asking you, but do you really want it? Because hope isn't something you find. It's something you create when everything else has been taken from you. Eric Thomas once said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. That message isn't just about working hard. It's about never losing hope when life hits you the hardest. Because the truth is, every champion, every successful person, every leader you look up to, they all went through moments when they wanted to quit. But they didn't. They held on to hope, even when everything told them to let go. Hope is not just a word. It's power, it's fuel. It's the difference between people who give up and people who rise again. When you have hope, you see opportunity in the middle of chaos. When you have hope, you can walk through storms knowing the sun will shine again. When you have hope, you don't stop just because you're tired. You stop when you're done. Life is gonna knock you down. That's a fact. You'll fail. You'll lose people. You'll face rejection. And sometimes it'll feel like you're running in circles with no way out. But hear this, you are not finished yet. You are not done just because you fail. You are still in the fight as long as you have breath in your lungs. The difference between the person who wins and the person who loses isn't talent. It's not luck. It's persistence. The refusal to lose hope. Eric Thomas says, don't cry to quit. You already in pain. You already hurt. Get a reward from every struggle, every disappointment, every sleepless night. It's building you. It's teaching you. It's preparing you for something bigger than what you see right now. You might be broke today. You might be alone. You might be facing a wall that feels impossible to climb. But don't lose hope. That wall is there to make you stronger. It's there to separate those who only talk about success from those who work for it. You are being refined by fire, and fire never destroys gold, it purifies it. You can't let your current situation define your destiny. You have to believe that your tomorrow can be better than your today. You have to believe that your pain has purpose. You have to believe that your story isn't over, because it's not. You are the author, and every page you turn is a new chance to rise. Sometimes the people around you won't understand your journey. They'll doubt you, they'll criticize you, they'll tell you it's impossible. But remember, they can't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. Your vision wasn't given to them. It was given to them. It was given to you, protected. God feed it with hope every single day. You may not be where you want to be right now, but you're also not where you used to be. You made progress. You survived things that once looked impossible. You pushed through when others walked away. That means you got something inside of you that refuses to die. That's hope. Eric Thomas says, a pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, an hour, a day, or even a year. But eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. If you quit, however, it will last forever. That's the truth about hope. It reminds you that pain doesn't last forever, but quitting does. It whispers to you when the world is silent. It says, keep going. You're almost there. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. You just need to move one step at a time, one day at a time. Small progress is still progress. Don't wait for perfect conditions. They don't exist. Start with what you have, where you are, because faith and hope grow when you act, not when you sit and wait. There will be moments when you're alone and no one claps for you. There will be nights when you cry silently, wondering if your efforts matter. They do. Every bit of effort, every ounce of energy, every act of persistence counts. You may not see the results yet, but that doesn't mean they're not coming. Seeds take time to grow, and so do dreams. Don't lose hope just because the process is slow. Slow progress is better than no progress. Every single day that you choose to get up, fight back, and keep believing, you're winning. You're building strength, discipline, and resilience. And one day you'll look back and realize that every struggle was worth it because it made you who you are. Hope isn't pretending everything is okay. It's choosing to believe that no matter how bad things look, you will make it. It's believing that your pain has meaning. It's believing that your dream still matters. And when you hold on to that, you become unstoppable. Eric Thomas teaches us that the grind never stops. You have to want it more than you want sleep. You have to want it more than you want comfort. You have to wake up every morning hungry for growth, hungry for change, hungry to prove to yourself that you can do it. Never lose hope. because your breakthrough might be closer than you think. The moment you're about to give up might be the moment right before everything changes. Life doesn't reward those who quit. It rewards those who stand to fight. You have what it takes. You always had it. You just have to believe it again. Don't let fear silence your faith. Don't let failure bury your future. Don't let doubt steal your destiny. Keep going, keep fighting, keep believing. The storm will pass, the pain will fade, and the light will shine again. You are stronger than your struggle, greater than your fear, and more powerful than you realize. Never lose hope, because as long as you're breathing, your story isn't over yet. Flex fire when you wake up in the morning and look in the mirror. Remind yourself, this is not the end. This is the beginning of something greater. The fact that you opened your eyes means you still have a purpose. You still have another chance to fight, to ride, to prove that you are more than your failures, more than your circumstances. Eric Thomas says, you can't stop when you're tired, when you stop when you're done. That's the mindset of someone who never loses hope. See, most people quit not because they're weak, but because they lose perspective. They forget why they started. They forget the dream that once burned inside them. But you've got to remember your why. Why did you start this journey? Why did you dream that dream? Why did you promise yourself you wouldn't give up? When you reconnect with your why, hope comes alive again. Hope isn't just a feeling, it's a choice. It's a daily decision to look beyond the pain and see the possibility. It's what gives you the courage to take one more step when your legs are shaking. It's what keeps your heart beating with purpose when everything around you tells you it's over. There's power in patience. You may not see the results right now, but that doesn't mean your work is in vain. The universe rewards those who are consistent. Every small act of discipline, waking up early, staying focused, working hard, believing, all of it adds up. Eric Thomas reminds us, everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. That means you can't just want success. You have to fight for it when it's hard, when it hurts, when nobody's watching. You can't let your temporary pain make you forget your permanent goal. The pain is part of the process. The struggle is part of your story. The setbacks are part of your setup. Setbacks are part of your setup. Sometimes life has to break you down to rebuild you stronger. Sometimes God delays your blessing not to punish you, but to prepare you. When it feels like the world is against you, understand this. Pressure creates diamonds. Without pressure, there's no shine. Without pain, there's no power.
Every dreamer reaches a point when it feels like all the hard work isn't paying off. You give your best, you sacrifice sleep, you stay consistent, and yet results seem distant. That's when most people stop. But not you. You're not here to quit, you're here to conquer. You're here to conquer. Eric Thomas reminds us that success is not about how fast you get there, but how long you can hold on when things get tough. Never lose hope, because the breakthrough you're waiting for often comes right after the moment you almost gave up. When life pushes you to the edge, that's when you discover who you truly are. Hope doesn't grow in comfort, it grows in the chaos, in the struggle, in the moments when you have every reason to quit, but choose not to. When you're down to nothing, that's when you learn to fight. The struggle you're facing today is the foundation of your strength tomorrow. Every obstacle is shaping your story, building your resilience, improving your worth. You see, faith and hope are not just about believing that everything will go your way. They're about trusting that even if it doesn't, you'll still find a way to rise. Life won't always be fair. You'll face betrayal, disappointment, and defeat. But don't lose your fire. Don't let life's punches make you bitter. Let them make you better. When you keep hope alive, you turn pain into power and failure into fuel. Eric Thomas says, you owe it to yourself. That means no more waiting for others to motivate you. No more depending on someone else's approval. You have to look in the mirror and say, I got this. Hey, got this. You owe it to your past self who kept fighting. You owe it to your future self who deserves success. You owe it to the people who believe in you, and even to the ones who don't. Because one day your story will inspire someone else not to give up. You've got to embrace the grind. The grind is lonely. The grind is painful. The grind doesn't come with applause, but the grind builds character. It's the unseen hours, the sacrifices, the late nights, the quiet mornings. That's where hope grows strongest. Because when you keep showing up despite the pain you're telling life, you can't break me. Never lose hope, because progress doesn't always shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's invisible, You may not see change right now, but it's happening. Every effort you make is building momentum. Every failure you survive adds to your strength. Every time you choose hope over despair, you're becoming unstoppable. Remember this, the dream is free, but the journey isn't. You'll pay for it with discipline, with patience, with pain, but every bit of sacrifice will be worth it. Eric Thomas says, I'm going to make the rest of my life the best of my life. That's what happens when you never lose hope. You stop waiting for perfect conditions and start creating your own. When others doubt you, keep believing. When doors close, find another way. When you're tired, rest if you must, but don't quit. There's a version of you on the other side of this struggle who's proud you didn't give up. There's a future waiting where all the pain makes sense, all the tears are wiped away, and all the sacrifices are rewarded. Every great person you admire once stood where you are now, uncertain, tired, doubting themselves, but they kept hope alive. They refused to surrender. They understood that storms don't last forever, and neither will yours. You just have to hold on a little longer. Sometimes all you need to do is take one more step, not 10, not 20, just one. One more hour of effort. One more day of faith, one more reason to keep going, because hope grows when you move. It doesn't matter how slow your pace is. What matters is that you never stop walking towards your dream. You've already survived things that once felt impossible. You've already conquered battles others know nothing about. You've already proven that you are stronger than you think. So don't you dare lose hope now. You've come too far to turn back. You've invested too much to quit. Eric Thomas says, winners focus on winning. Losers focus on winners. Keep your eyes on your goal, not on others. Don't let envy or doubt distract you. Your success has its own timing, its own path, and its own glory. Be patient. Your moment is coming. Hope isn't about ignoring reality. It's about believing that reality can change. It's about knowing that your situation today isn't permanent. You're still growing, still learning, still evolving. As long as you keep believing, you'll keep rising. So no matter what happens, never lose hope. Keep the fire in your heart. Keep faith in your purpose. Keep moving with conviction, because the world needs your light, your story, your strength. One day you'll stand on that stage, hold that trophy, live that dream, and realize that every sleepless night, every heartbreak, every tear, every failure was worth it, because it led you here to victory. Don't give up now. Don't lose hope. The best is yet to come. Glowing fire, there comes a time in every fighter's life when the battle feels endless, when your body is exhausted, your mind is overwhelmed, and your spirit feels weak. But it's in that exact moment that your destiny is being shaped. Eric Thomas always says you can't be average and expect to be great. Greatness demands something from you. It demands that you keep your hope alive, even when the world goes dark around you. Hope is not magic. It's not about pretending everything is fine. Hope is discipline. Hope is the decision to rise every time you fall. It's the fire that keeps burning when the wind of failure tries to blow it out. It's what makes you get up at 4 a.m. when no one else is watching. What keeps you focused when distractions whisper your name? What helps you push through pain when comfort tempts you to stop? You have to understand that the journey to success will never be smooth. There will be days when everything goes wrong. There will be times when people betray you, when your plans fail, when the road ahead looks like a dead end. But remember what Eric Thomas says, don't cry to give up, cry to keep going. Use your tears as fuel. Use your pain as motivation. Use your failures as stepping stones. Hope doesn't just survive in good times, it shines in the darkest hours. When you can stay positive in a storm, that's when you prove to yourself how powerful you really are. Because storms don't last forever, but strong people do. Every challenge you face is shaping the version of you who can handle the success that's waiting ahead. The problem is most people want success without struggle. They want the reward without the process. But there is no elevation without endurance. You've got to earn it every single day. Hope is not sitting back waiting for miracles. It's working with faith that your effort will pay off. When you believe in yourself, when you trust the process, when you stay consistent, life eventually opens the doors meant for you. And yes, there will be voices from people but you can't listen to those voices. Eric Thomas says, when you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. Take a break, breathe, recharge, but never let go of the dream. Because the moment you lose hope, everything else begins to fall apart. Remember how far you've come. Think about every struggle you've survived, every mountain you've climbed, every time you thought it was over but still made it through. That's not luck. That's strength. That's purpose. That's hope working silently inside you, reminding you that no matter how many times you fall, you still have the power to rise. Every failure you faced wasn't the end. It was preparation. Preparation for greater things, for tougher challenges, for bigger victory. Listen to me. I don't care how many times you failed. I don't care how many times they counted you out. You are still here. And if you're still here, that means God's not done with you yet. You've got to stop letting temporary pain make you forget your permanent purpose. You've got to stop believing that your current situation is your final destination. You're not stuck. You're being prepared. You're being stretched, molded, shaped into something greater. Every trial you're facing is not here to break you. It's here to build you. The pain you feel today is the strength you'll stand on tomorrow. So instead of asking why me, start saying try me, because you're stronger than you think, wiser than you realize, and tougher than you've ever been. Some of you are walking through fire right now, but guess what? Gold is tested in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. Champions are born in the dark. Don't you dare give up just because it hurts. Every scar you have is proof that you survived something that was meant to destroy you. Keep your faith alive. You might not see the finish line yet, but it's there. Every step you take in faith is bringing you closer. Every early morning, every late night, every moment you choose to keep going when nobody's watching, that's you writing your victory story. You've got to believe that something inside you is greater than the obstacle in front of you. You've got to believe that the same energy that built mountains, that moves oceans, is flowing through you right now. So rise up, dust yourself off. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Create it. Don't wait for someone to believe in you. Believe in yourself. Don't wait for doors to open. Kick them down. Because when you refuse to give up, when you decide that nothing, and I mean nothing, will stop you, that's the moment life starts to move in your favor. Remember this, storms don't last forever, but strong people do. And you, my friend, you are one of them. So keep fighting, keep believing, never lose hope. Because your time is coming, and when it does, the world will know why you never quit. Every story worth telling has a breaking point, a moment when the hero is on his knees, when everything seems lost, when quitting looks easier than continuing. But that's exactly where victory begins. Eric Thomas says, you're already in pain. You're already hurt. Get a reward from it. That pain you feel right now is not the end of your story. It's the start of your rise, because the truth is simple. The only way you lose is if you give up. You've come too far to let go now. Think about every moment you wanted to quit but didn't. Think about every time you were tired, every time you doubted yourself, and yet you're still here. That means there's something unbreakable inside you. That's hope. It's the silent strength that keeps you standing when life tries to knock you down again and again and again. Hope doesn't promise that the road will be easy. It promises that it will be worth it. It reminds you that your journey has meaning, that your struggle has purpose, and that every single step forward, no matter how small, is progress. You may not see the light yet, but it's there. You may not feel the reward yet, but it's coming. Everything you've been fighting for is aligning in ways you can't yet see. Eric Thomas teaches us that success isn't for the chosen few. It's for the few who choose to keep going. The world doesn't owe you anything, but your effort owes you everything. When life gets hard, remind yourself that every great person, every winner, every leader, every legend was once where you are right now, tired, frustrated, and ready to give up. But they didn't. They chose hope. And because they did, the world remembers their names. You are capable of that same greatness. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You just need belief. It's the struggle that makes you strong enough to carry the blessings that are on their way. The dream you're chasing, it's not gone. It's just growing in silence. And when it finally arrives, it will be bigger than you ever imagined. Never lose hope. Because hope is the bridge between where you are and where you're meant to be. Hope is what keeps you alive when everything else fails. Hope is what turns a broken soul into a warrior. Hope is what makes you rise again and again until your story becomes a testimony. So stand tall, speak life, walk with faith, and remind yourself every single day, I am not finished yet. Your time is coming. Your breakthrough is coming. Your moment of peace, your victory, your reward. It's all coming. You just have to believe enough to keep going. Don't stop now. Don't let this be the end of your story. Yeah. Let it be the beginning of your comeback. And when you finally reach the top, when you finally see the view you dreamed of, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget the night you cried, the moment you almost gave up, the battles you fought alone, because those moments made you who you are. They made you unstoppable. They made you powerful. So as you move forward, keep shining your light. Keep inspiring others who are still in their storms. Be the reason someone else decides not to quit. Be the hope for someone who's lost theirs. Because that's what true greatness is. Not just achieving success, but helping others find their strength too. And when it's all said and done, when the noise fades and you look back at your journey, I want you to smile. Because you didn't just survive. You thrived. You thrived. You didn't just endure, you evolved. You didn't just hope, you believed. Never lose hope, because hope is the heartbeat of your purpose. And as long as your heart beats, your story is over.